that in there. Remember, if you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. And talking about fights getting made, there's a fight that has been made, but it's two guys that are on the same card that we've been waiting for to fight, but they're not going to be fighting each other. This is going down December 23rd, right before Christmas. Yes, Anthony Joshua is fighting. Deontay Wilder is fighting, but they're not fighting each other. Bryan, what are your thoughts on this? It's going down Saudi Arabia. Are we surprised? No, because that's where the fights are happening. That's where the paper is. Bryan, you got to let me know what you think about this.
I'm just annoyed because it's just typical boxing being boxing. This is why casual fight fans struggle to really stay in the sport and become more than a casual fight fan, and they get annoyed when they see shit like this. I had a couple friends who are casuals and don't follow the sport as closely as we do. We're saying like, wait, so why are they fighting on the same card but not fighting each other? And while typically, like, yeah, that's not the first time that's happened. Sometimes you let fights marinate, but in this case, this is a fight that's been marinated and marinated and marinated. I think this one's overcooked. I think this one is something that's been in the oven for 6+ years. I remember being at a press conference after a Deontay Wilder beat. I'm blanking on who exactly it was. Actually, it probably was the second Bermane Stiverne fight where he knocked him out and almost killed him in the first round. And I remember that Lou DiBella, who had been working with Deontay Wilder at the time, was, pulling up emails because Eddie Hearn said that they didn't want to make the fight. And Lou DiBella's pulling up emails suggesting the opposite and sort of with the facts like, hey, they tried to make the Anthony Joshua fight, whatever. It was, I don't know if it was that exact fight, but it was around that time where Deontay Wilder was fighting at Barclays Center a lot and was just knocking people out left, right, and center. As you like to say, but this card is interesting. Like Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, I think they're going to fight each other after this. But Josh Parker is not a gimme for Deontay Wilder. It's an interesting fight. I know Joe Joyce knocked him out. I know Anthony Joshua beat him years ago, but this is an interesting fight. I would have been more intrigued if it was Andy Ruiz, but I understand business is business. And Anthony Joshua, who I think will be in the main event, is going to fight Otto Wallin, who competitive heavyweight not long ago got an upset victory. And then you're also looking at, like, in his past, he only has a loss to Tyson Fury. That's pretty credible. Let's see where the bar is for Anthony Joshua there. Dimitri Bivol just snuck in on the card there. So he's going to fight Lyndon Arthur. You have Daniel Dubois against Jarrell Miller. So, people feel how they want about Saudi Arabia and them sort of like getting into this game. And there's that portion of it, and that's going to be December 23rd, right before Christmas. And then in February, you have Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, pushed back from the December 23rd date. So now Saudi Arabia has two of the biggest cards in heavyweight boxing that we probably would have gotten in a long time. And I'm very intrigued by several of these fights that are on these cards.
So this is a card that a lot of people are going to pay to watch. Let's be serious. People are going to want to watch this. You name the guys that are on this card, but it's just stupid. You know why? Because Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are on the same card and they're not fighting each other. I get it. Deontay Wilder hasn't fought in a little while. We've seen Anthony Joshua fight recently, but why give us a card, put them on the same damn card, and not have them fight each other? I know they want to tune up and all this, but and they're like, oh, it's the business of boxing. We gotta spice this up. We gotta have a little bit of an intro to their fight. We've been waiting like 7 damn years for this goddamn fight. Make the fight. This is not the fight that I want to see. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, listen. Parker, sure. Good opponent, right? Solid
Yes.
opponent. I don't care though, because look what Tyson Fury did to him. Look what Anthony Joshua already did to him. And then Otto Wallin, it's like, okay, so he gave Tyson Fury a big gash. That was a fight though that Tyson Fury still took care of him. Right, that big gash. Remember that one? It was massive. You're like, oh, they're gonna stop the fight.
What?
Listen, the fact of the matter is, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but this is not the fight that I wanted. So they're just, this is what boxing does. This is what boxing does to the fans, and that's the annoying part about it. Give me Wilder, give me Anthony Joshua, have them finally fight, or just like stop wasting my time. Like, this
Honestly,
is annoying for boxing fans. Like, why are you giving me this? It's kind of, it's annoying.
What they should have done was Joseph Parker versus Otto Wallin, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, right? because these guys aren't active. Well, Anthony Joshua actually has been this series fighting. I think his third fight this year. But you have
You've been active, homie. Fight Deontay Wilder. You've
yeah.
been active. Like, fight him. That's the fight we want to see. Don't give me you and somebody else. I don't care who it is.
You guys keep saying you want to fight each other, and it's like, and for some reason, I've always believed Wilder a little bit more, just because like it just seems like Eddie Hearn like really wants this on his terms, which I understand from a business standpoint. There are several NBA GMs who operate the same way. I think Daryl Morey would be a big fan of the way Eddie
Boo.
Hearn
Yes.
operates. I can't stand Daryl Morey. That's another discussion for another
That's why
day.
I was booing, dude. That's why I was
Yeah,
booing. I mean, I can't stand his
it's
ass
just
either, but I can't stand this either. Like, this is not what I want to see. I don't want to see Anthony Joshua and Ottawa Lynn. I even forgot. I was like, who the hell is Anthony Joshua fighting if it's not Deontay Wilder? Like, no disrespect to Ottawa Lynn. He is a very formidable opponent, and he did give Tyson Fury the business during that fight. But I don't want to see this fight. Look at how old these dudes are. Like, when are we going to get Anthony
so
Joshua and Deontay Wilder? How old is Deontay Wilder? Do got to be pushing 40 soon.
38.
Oh my
He
gosh.
just turned 38 in October, so happy belated. Anthony Joshua just turned 34, happy belated as well. Both of them turned pro a little bit later. Joshua more so, I think, or they might have both been 23 at the time, or Joshua 24, 25, something like that. I've also seen Joshua's birthday listed as 1988, so he's either 34, 35. I think 34. Regardless, they're both like mid 30s,
He's a year older than me. Yeah, he's
and
born
and
in 88.
Wilder's just giving out your age. All right, cool. Wilder is
It is what it is. Don't let the young looks fool you. No.
I think, but I'm intrigued to see how they look. But I do wish, like you, like, listen, how much longer are we gonna let this rock? Like, it's already disappointing that we didn't get Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua when both of them were undefeated at the peak of their heavyweight stardom, when they both were champions. If we get this fight, which we're expected to get next year, we're going to get it at a point where they've both already been through wars, where they're both closer to the end, where they're both probably removed from their prime. And we're going to get two guys who are interesting and formidable and still contenders, but they're not going to be champions. Not much is going to be on the line. And there's a clear other heavyweight fight that's bigger than that, which we've already talked about a good amount in Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, that are going to unify all the titles. Why aren't you guys fighting each other? Like, if you're on the same card, it doesn't make sense. And I know they want to let it
They're teasing
marinate,
us. They're
but
teasing us.
it's stupid, because you're running the risk. And this is the thing about letting shit marinate, because this has happened how many times in boxing. You're running the risk of Joseph Parker catching Deontay Wilder or Otto Wallin catching Anthony Joshua. And people think that's going to be stupid because both of these guys are going to be massive favorites.
It's
But again,
boxing, man. It's boxing. They're
shit happens.
heavyweights.
It's heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
one
Shit
punch can change.
happens.
One punch can change everything. So there's one thing that I want to say when it comes to talking about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua is still Anthony Joshua, one of the best, if not the best heavyweight resume. Deontay Wilder is that dude. I don't care what anyone says. He's one of my favorite boxers. He'll knock your ass out. He'll knock out anyone. That's how much power Deontay Wilder has. But they're not fighting each other, and I think it's lame. Like, I've talked about what's been lame in boxing. This is one of the things, but let's give some props to people. Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, not afraid to fight anyone. Devin Haney fighting Regis Prograis fighting Devin Haney. These dudes are younger and they're fighting each other. And that's what we want to see. So, you know what? In boxing, we are getting some of the fights that we want to see. But I think Anthony Joshua, also Deontay Wilder, need to take a page out of the young dudes' books right now, because they're fighting each other, and that's what we want to see. And there's even a chance, because we possibly could get Emmanuel Navarrete and Oshaki Foster. Like, the young dudes are fighting, and then Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are playing games, because I would have been down for Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz too. I would have been down for that. But this is just like, when is Andy Ruiz going to get back in the ring?
I wish he was on this card, but I don't know why he's not, honestly.
It doesn't make any sense. Someone hit up Gile Zhang. Be like, what you doing? Like, listen, he's that dude right now. Like, I swear to God, let's put some respect on his name. But we are gonna get a massive fight, of course. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Let's also give a special shout out to Bryan. He had got some warm food. I made him record this and let his food get cold. So I want to apologize to you
It's
on
bagged
air.
up. It should be fine.
No, I just want to say I want to say sorry because I was like, yo, you gotta do it right now. So let's give Bryan some extra credit. Any final words, Bryan, before we get up and out of here?
We didn't talk much about Fury Usyk because we have and we will, but I will say this. I was pretty consistent in thinking that Fury would win that fight, and now I'm less sure post Ngannou, though I think Fury is actually going to take Usyk very seriously.
And that was the thing. I don't think we don't have any proof of how long he trained. I know a lot of people are like, yo, he did not give that 12-week training program session, whatever he was on. I don't think he did, but I'm not surprised that the fight got pushed back. We kind of talked about it, and we're going to talk about it some more, obviously. We're going to do big breakdowns on Fury Usyk, but it's in February. It's not too far away. You know, we're getting a bunch of heavyweight boxing. Not the fights that we want, but at least we're getting Fury Usyk in the new year, and that's all that really matters. And we can stop knocking on Tyson Fury's door saying that he was ducking Usyk. He got the paper, like it's a 70-30 split, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Fury's getting the money, but at least they're fighting. At least we have something to look forward to if nothing goes crazy, nothing goes bad and wrong. And I think that's the most important thing. And hopefully, like, we never know. I don't see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder then fighting on the undercard of Fury Usyk because I think that's too close to when they fought. Maybe they need more time. But at least we're getting Fury Usyk undisputed. That's what we want. Thank you. That's all I have to really say about it.
Yeah, I think Wilder Joshua will happen in the summer or some shit. It's gonna be months, mad months after December, probably. If it's in May, I'll be surprised, but that would be great. Just do it already before Deontay Wilder turns 40.
Please, please. I don't want it to be like it looks like it's going to be like Mayweather Pacquiao.
Oh, it's been going on longer already. Mayweather
I know.
Pacquiao was a 5-year build. This has been 7.
It's too long. But let us know your thoughts. Drop some comments below. Are you hype about these heavyweight fights? Let's not lie here. We're all going to watch it. We're all going to watch it. We're probably going to have a post-fight show as well. We're definitely going to do that. But drop some comments below. Also follow us on our social media channels. We're at TheMandatory TKO. Hit that like and subscribe button. And thanks so much for rocking with us. Bryan, I always ask you, any final thoughts before we get up and out of here?
What we're going to talk about leading up to the fight is who between Wilder and Joshua has a better chance of losing. So stay tuned for that in the coming weeks.
I think I know Bryan's answer. See y'all.